Good evening, everybody. It is I, the non-all caps Irish demon, living, breathing man here with you this evening. And we're going over to Judge Kettler's court. And we have a pretty wild SOVCIT. And to quote the late, great founding daddy, George Washington himself, SOVCITs be crazy, yo. Let's check this one out. This is naughtier than squirrel shit. So let's check this out.
Yes, Your Honor. That's going to be Shauna Nickel, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's Nickel.
That's one hipster.
We'll note the state appears by Assistant County Attorney Mr. Gayoso for these informal first appearances. Good morning. You are Shauna Nickel. You are Miss Nickel?
I'm sorry, no, I'm not.
You're Shauna Nickel?
No,
Oh. What's your first name?
I'm the living, breathing entity, the actual person that stands before you.
All right. So
I'm not the straw man on any paper, all caps person by any means.
you don't have a name, a legal
Brought
name?
in under certain charges, yes, under that, but under what would be the word? Under distress.
Duress, I think, is the word you're looking for there.
Literally bringing me in here against my will. I mean, I didn't break any laws.
It's kind of how jails work.
And you were brought in under the name Shauna Nickel?
No, I should not have been. No, I was not. No, they decided what my name was before they ever ripped me out of the vehicle. They called me a name before I was ever able to give them a name. But I am the breathing, living entity before you here. I'm not that person on that piece of paper.
Okay. And does this living, breathing entity before me have a name?
My mother calls me daughter. My father calls me daughter. My children call me mother.
Hold on, your mother and father call you daughter. That's very formal. Hello, daughter. Hello, mother. To be fair, well, I mean, my dad does call me son when he's in a good mood, which is most like 99.9% of the time. My mom calls me son when I'm in trouble. I call them mom and dad. Hello, mother. My mom would be like, what do you actually want? Like, you clearly want something if you're calling me mother dearest.
What is your legal name that you were given at birth?
That's straw man. I'm sorry, I can't answer that question.
Hello, Miss Straw Man.
Any more questions? I haven't had the chance for a phone call, attorney, nothing. So I'm not going to answer. I can't answer any more questions.
All right, Deputy, based on your information, is that Shauna D. Nickel?
Yes, Your Honor.
I love that. Just like blowing past all of the this kind of weird false formality that SOVCITs have. You never see like a chill SOVCIT. It's always like one has to speak one's mind. You know, like it's always this like weird kind of faux 1700s language, you know, that kind of way. It's like my personal conveyance, just say vehicle, or this vehicle probably, I don't know, probably means something in SOVCIT words. But I just love that. Is this, you know, whatever her name is? Yep. It's like, yep, no shit.
Call attorney, nothing. So I'm not going to answer. I can't answer any more questions.
All right, Deputy, based on your information, is that Shauna D. Nickel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Nickel, you are appearing before me, having been arrested on a couple matters. One is MGI 24 CR 193. That was an arrest warrant. That was issued as a result of the state filing complaint information wherein you are charged with the following 5 counts. Count 1 is identity theft.
Really? Identity theft. The woman who refuses to identify herself stole someone else's identity. Color me surprised.
It alleges on or about March 13, 2024 in Montgomery County, Kansas, that you unlawfully and feloniously used any personal identifying information or document containing the same belonging to or issued to another person, to it Sherry D. Dodge, with the intent to defraud that person or anyone else, to it Deputy Steve Gass, in order to receive any benefit. Identity theft as charged here is a level 8 non-person felony. It carries a sentencing range of 7 to 23 months in prison, a fine up to $100,000, and 12 months post-release supervision. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 are also alleged to have occurred on or about March 13, 2024 in Montgomery County, Kansas. Count 2 is interference with law enforcement. It alleges that you unlawfully and knowingly obstructed, resisted, or opposed a person authorized by law to serve process, to wit Steve Gass, in the discharge of any official duty. to it provided false information regarding the name and date of birth. That's a Class A non-person misdemeanor, carries a penalty of up to 1 year in the county jail and/or fine up to $2,500. And count 3, you're charged with driving while suspended, second offense. It is alleged that you unlawfully operated a motor vehicle on a highway of this state at a time when your privilege to do so was canceled, suspended, or revoked, and that you had previously been convicted of a violation of this section or any ordinance of any city, resolution of any county, or a law of another state that prohibits the acts prohibited by those statutes. Driving while suspended, second offense, carries a penalty of 5 days to a maximum of 12 months in jail, a minimum fine of $100 up to $2,500. In count 4, you are charged with no proof of insurance. It is alleged that you unlawfully operated a motor vehicle upon a highway or upon property open to use by the public and failed to display upon demand evidence of financial security to a law enforcement officer, having been lawfully requested to do so in accordance with provisions of the Automobile Injury Reparations Act. That's a Class B non-person misdemeanor, carries a penalty of up to 6 months in the county jail and/or a minimum fine of $300 up to $1,000. And in count 5, you're charged with illegal registration. It is alleged that you unlawfully displayed or caused, permitted to be displayed, or had in your possession any registration receipt, certificate of title, registration license plate, registration decal, accessible parking placard, or accessible parking identification card, knowing this same to be fictitious or to have been canceled, revoked, suspended, or altered.
Ooh.
That is an unclassified misdemeanor, carries a penalty of a fine not exceeding $2,500.
I wonder, is that one? I don't know. I don't know the facts of the case, right? I just saw like little clips of this. It was sent to me. So I tend to not watch the whole thing before I do a reaction because I want it to be a live kind of real reaction. I wonder, now maybe we'll find out here in a minute. I genuinely don't know. Is it like one of those fake plates, like free man on the land in personal conveyance or whatever? Or did she steal a plate? Like, what's the deal there? Interesting. I suppose we'll find out. Maybe. I don't know.
Or imprisonment in the county jail for not less than 30 days, nor more than 6 months, or both such fine and imprisonment. So those are your charges and possible penalties in MGI 24 CR 193, for which you were arrested on that warrant. You were also arrested on probable cause, that being out by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, their case number 25-1459, and that was for the offenses of possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, interference with law enforcement, and transporting an open container. That occurring allegedly on or about December 16 of 2025 in Montgomery County, Kansas. I have found probable cause to support your arrest for that offense.
Why am I not surprised that amphetamines were involved in this? Yeah, I mean, she won't give her name, so we may as well give her one. I think methany is used to death. So I'm thinking, not Mary Beth. How about Barry Meth? Give me some other ones in the comment section down below. I mean, geez, like, clearly this lady's messed up in the head. I feel like a lot of, because of certain channels out there that, espouse all of this kind of crap, there is a certain level of merit to some of what they're saying, if you ask me anyway, in terms of freedoms and what have you. But like when it comes to driver's licenses, insurance, etc., I don't have a problem with those, right? So like a really strict libertarian, for example, they're against all of those things, right? Whereas I'm not. I actually think it's totally acceptable. Now here in Ireland, car insurance and stuff is absolutely outrageously expensive. So maybe, some oversight there is definitely needed, but like, I'm not against the idea of people being insured to drive. I've been hit by an uninsured driver twice. Now, the second time around, I didn't get anything for it because the person wasn't caught, and my bike was destroyed as a result. I was severely injured as a result. The back of my bike was clipped by a tractor going around a bend, and I was yeeted into a wall. No idea who it was. There is like an uninsured driver's fund, but in order to anyway, it's a ball ache is what I'm trying to say. Same with licensing. You have to be able to prove that you can drive. Mind you, even though we've got pretty high standards here in Ireland when it comes to driver testing, how some people are on the road is an absolute mystery to me. Like I actually don't get it sometimes. But so yeah, I'm not against that at all. Like, so I'm still quite
Mr.
sick.
Gauso, I have a pre-sentence investigation report for Miss Nickel from a 2014 case, 14 CR 153. At that time, she had a, let's see, criminal history score of H and had a number of traffic infractions, domestic battery, marijuana, disorderly conduct, some DUIs, things of that nature. Do you have any more recent criminal history for Miss Nickel?
I do not, Your Honor.
And the arrest warrant that was issued for 24 CR 193, I included a cash surety bond of $5,000. I didn't require supervision for that, but in light of Miss Nichols' remarks here this morning, I'm more concerned with her risk of flight. And so I'm inclined to modify the bond and to address a bond to cover this new case as well. So what is the state's bond recommendation?
Your Honor, we would request a $7,500 cash or professional surety bond for both cases, and we would also request bond supervision.
All right, so Ms. Nickel, your bond to cover both matters is going to be $7,500. Cash or professional surety with supervision. What that means is free to get out of jail. You either need to post $7,500 to the clerk of the court, or you can go through a bondsman. If you go through a bondsman, you pay them no less than 10% of that amount. That'd be $750. Could be more, but would not be less. The supervision component means if you do make that bond, you need to immediately report to court services upon your release from jail. They're located next door in the old Montgomery County Courthouse, the building immediately to the west of this one. Your failure to report to them upon your release from jail and anytime thereafter they direct would be a violation of your bond. It could result in being revoked and you find yourself back in custody. Any questions about that, Ms. Nickel?
No.
Why would you
Do you
respond to that
intend
if
on
your name's
hiring
not
an
Miss
attorney? Do you want
Nickel?
the court to consider appointing you one?
I'm not sure.
Well, the deputy's going to give you an application and affidavit. So in the event you decide you want the court to consider appointing you one, fill that paperwork out and return it. And if you qualify financially, I'll be more than happy to appoint you an attorney. But should you choose to hire your own, or if you don't qualify financially, then you'll have to do that as well. I would note you're to have no contact of any kind, direct or indirect, with Sherry Dodge, who is alleged non-law enforcement victim in 24 CR 193. And you're to have no contact of any kind, direct or indirect, with William Schuyler, to whom you were arrested with in the unfiled Montgomery County Sheriff's Office case. If you're to have contact with either of those individuals, directly or indirectly, in any way, shape, or form, that would be a violation of your bond, and it could result in being revoked, and you find yourself back in jail. Any questions about that?
No.
All right. Your next court date, and I showed this, Mr. Gauss, so the 24 CR 193 is a north half case. This unfiled case is a south half case. So when would you like these put on the docket, on north or south half?
Your Honor, if you don't mind, just because I believe that you are the assigned judge for the 24 CR 193 case.
I am, correct.
I don't have an issue in just both cases being assigned to the south half case, if that is okay with the court.
All right. So the next court date in, just so there's no confusion for you, Miss Nickel, let's see, there's no court next Thursday. Mr. Gauso, do you think the charges are going to be on file by the 23rd in this new case?
I believe that is appropriate, Your Honor. I know that a complaint has already been prepared, and in speaking with our office, we hope to have it on file this afternoon or tomorrow. So,
all right. So, Ms. Nickel, I'm going to set both your cases for hearing on Tuesday, December 23rd at 9 o'clock by Zoom. If you have bonded out and you're not in jail on that date, you either need to make yourself available by Zoom by getting signed on your own with your own device and your own internet connection. Or if you don't want to do that or can't do that, you need to come back here to the Judicial Center, check in at the clerk's window by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, December 23rd. And when your case is called, they'll get you set up on a laptop to participate in that hearing. On that date, you'll find out what you've been formally charged with in this unfiled case. Thereafter, both your cases will be set on my next docket, January 15th at 9 o'clock. And that will be the instructions that will be given to the judge on that day. So for now, you just need to make yourself available to be in court Tuesday, December 23rd at 9 o'clock. If you're still in jail on that day, you'll appear by Zoom from the jail like you did today. Again, if you do bond out, be sure to, 1, check in with court services upon your release, and then make yourself available by Zoom on the 23rd, or come here and use our laptop on the 23rd. Any questions about any of that, Ms. Nickel?
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you for your time. You're free to go today.
So, yeah, again, responding to the Miss Nickel thing, you could see the penny dropped pretty quickly when she realized that the SOVCIT script wasn't going to work. She's in a world of hurt right now. Yeah, and none of that nonsense is ever going to work. Like, the only time you ever see SOVCITs getting off with something is on a technicality that they probably didn't find. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure and smash that like button almost as hard as she smashed that pipe before getting pulled over. And we'll catch you in the next one. Sláinte.